did the roof project, we lost our little trail, our rock trail to the house. So we need a trail because winter's coming, and once it starts raining, we're going to be tracking a lot of mud into the house. Another thing here that I'm a little concerned about is my pillars. I've got a bunch of wood chips, and we're going to make a trail to the house, and I want to put the wood chips around these things so that I can minimize the water hitting the ground and splashing and moving dirt. So let's build a walkway. When we first moved, one of the major things that we did here was clearing this field. I've tried measuring it to my best. I think it's about 1.75 acres total. 1.5 acres to 1.75 acres, somewhere in there. Anyway, this whole entire pasture area was filled with nothing but manzanita. It was just a wall of manzanita. Basically up there, that's what it looked like. Looked just like that, except this whole acre plus, 1.5 plus, looked just like that. So anyway, I cleared it. It took me about a year at least. This whole thing took me a year to do this. Or the county has a program through CAL FIRE, I think that's how it works, where they'll come out and they'll chip all your brush for free. They just give you so many hours, and they want you to have it stacked a certain way so it's roadway accessible, and they can grab the branches, not the brush side of the trees. So anyway, they came out 2 different times. I think total they gave us like 2.5 days. 2 men out here, 2.5 days doing nothing but chipping wood. And they didn't even get all of it. I still burned quite a bit that just wasn't salvageable. It's just roots and stuff. Huge pile of roots. And then I got a huge pile of stuff that I was able to salvage for firewood. So nothing was wasted, and if I could burn it for firewood, that was the first thing. So all they chipped was just little kind of pilly ass stuff, but it amounted to a huge amount of wood. So this is the pile. At this point, it's been sitting here probably, I don't know, 1.5 years, maybe pushing 2 years. It was a lot bigger than this when we started. It's compacted itself quite a bit. But anyway, this is what I'm going to use. Okay, one last look at the front yard before I start putting down chips. You know, this would really be nice if I use like rock or something to create borders, but let's be real, my kids will just mess it up. So I'm just gonna throw down the wood chips. Once they're down, once they get rained on, or I spray some water with it or whatever, they'll pack. They ain't gonna move. I've been through this before. They're gonna last. They're gonna stay right where they are. They're gonna last for a good couple of years. They'll last long enough until we decide that we want to do something else. Okay, so this is 2 truckloads worth here. I'm not done, but I'm gonna have to call it good for today. And I think we will end up putting some little border. I got a bunch of scrap wood. Well, I got a bunch of wood over there that needs to be cut up or burned or something, so I think I'll take what I can from over there and make it work over here. Okay, so it's been a few days since I was out here. This is what it's looking like right now. The wood chips have packed in considerably well, seeing as how I really didn't do anything to them. Just walking on it a few times, and we had a little sprinkle that really helped pack it in. So what I'm getting at is I don't need to spray this stuff at all. It's going to do its thing on its own. But what I am going to do for sure is border this stuff off with some wood If I did it in rocks, the kids would just totally thrash this. There's no way I can do it with rocks. And I don't have the time to do it with rocks. But what I do have as an available resource is all this stuff right here. And sticks being long like they are, I'm sure the kids will leave it alone. So I'm going to clean up some of this stuff here and use it for a border. Okay, so once I put my border, laid my border down and was happy with it, I got one more truckload worth of wood chips and filled it in around the edges of the border and put it in some of the lower spots. I think it all came out pretty good. All done for free, just using the resources around the house. And this will definitely get us through the next couple of years before it starts to go south on us. And who knows what we'll do after that, but for right now this looks great, and this will serve its purpose for the time being that we need it to. If I had to guess, I would say we probably use somewhere between 7 and 8 yards of wood chip to do all this.